Bum, bum, bum. Man, we got some scams going on lately in the rental world. Lissette has dealt with it personally. So I thought, what a great show to have Lissette on and talk about some of the issues that we've already faced. And more importantly than just the issues, to make you aware of it, is what are the solutions? So Lissette, tell us the story, man. What the heck happened?
Yeah, it's pretty upsetting. I got a late text one night. It was almost 10 o'clock at night, and it was from a tenant asking me to verify that the property is for rent, that he's about to email over the lease and also first, last, and security. And I'm like, wait a second, I don't have any rentals listed. And the property he's mentioning, I have listed for sale and is pending. So right away, I picked up the phone and I gave him a call. I did not want to text back and forth with this individual. I didn't know. Unfortunately, he was in a tight spot. He was actually staying at Airbnb, desperately looking for a rental, and he thought that he had found a solution. And unfortunately, he hadn't. And thank God that we got a hold of each other and communicated before he actually sent over any funds via Western Union to this person, God knows where.
Yeah. So let me reenact this just so people can kind of see what's going on, right? We got Lissette, the listing agent of any property. It can be a rental property. It doesn't have to be a rental property. It's any property that's on the market, right? And you got Joe the bad guy. Joe the bad guy who's just trying to make some money off of some people who don't know what the heck they're doing. And Joe the bad guy, who's in no way linked to Lissette or her sellers, landlords, whatever, don't even know him. Maybe I live in New Zealand, Canada, New York, somewhere not even around here. And all I got to do is put an ad up on Facebook, Craigslist, anywhere. It doesn't matter where I put it. Somebody sees it, and all of a sudden, they contact me. And I say, hey, we got a real sense of urgency here. I'm telling you, if you want this property, you're going to need to get me first, last, and deposit now. If this is a $1,500 to $2,000 property, right, per month, and that's a normal rental amount for this property, it's really easy to talk them into sending me $4,500 to $6,000. In that example, it could even be more. And this money is being sent over by Western Union, and really it could be a lot of different ways, but that's what we've seen in this one. And now there's no way to get that money back, and that is sad because a lot of these people, that $6,000 is all they've got. That's a lot of dough, bro. Yeah. So it's pretty dang sad. And now that you can kind of see how this works, Lissette, give us some solutions for that. If I'm a renter and I am in need of getting a place really quickly, but I do want to protect my money also, I want to know I'm actually getting the place. What are some things that I can do to make sure that I'm protecting myself?
Well, number one, I would say really reach out to an agent that specializes in rentals, that does rentals. They're going to be able to really safeguard you against these scams and point you into the right direction where properties are actually listed for rent and you're not going to fall in the hands of anyone trying to steal your money. If you don't want to use an agent and you are looking at properties off of Craigslist or Marketplace, research it, look at online, look at the property records, see if the owner matches up, take a tour of the property, talk to this person face to face. Don't just communicate via phone or email. In this case, the tenant gave me the number, and by the time I reached out, the number was already disconnected. So actually meet this person online, do a little bit of legwork, and make sure that everything is done face to face, not long distance. If the person's in another state, they should have a representative here as an agent to represent them.
Yeah. So I would, those are great points that you made. To add to that, I kind of reverse the scenario, right? If Joe the bad guy is out there and he's doing these things, where can I not go? I cannot post the stuff on the MLS. You got to have a realtor, a licensed realtor, following a code of ethics. I mean, there's easier ways for me to make money as a realtor than to scam you, right? So that's not what a realtor is going to do. It's somebody who's not a realtor likely doing this. So if you can get connected to a reputable real estate agent, and it's easy to find them, man. You got me, you got Lissette. You've got a ton of people on Facebook. You can go look at Google business listings and see people's Google reviews to make sure they're solid realtors. Get referrals from friends and family, and then just say, Lissette, Joe, will you please send me some rental listings? Anything you get from us is solid because we're sending you stuff from the MLS. It's stuff we've already verified from verified listing agents who are putting these properties on the market for rent, right? So that's one easy thing you can do. Second, let's say you don't take my advice there and you go do this on your own. Meet the person at the property, Okay. If I'm a landlord and I'm just cheap and I don't want to pay a realtor, I still want to get you in the house. And if I want to get you in that house, I want to protect my property. So in a lot of cases, either I am going to, or if you ask me, I will show you the property in person. If I don't have access to that property and I'm still asking you for money, woo, that's a red flag right there, right? I should be able to get you access to the inside of that property. Now, that doesn't mean it's not a scam, but it's a pretty good indicator that it's not if I can get you access to that property. Another thing, if you want to get even more in depth, and again, if you're not using an agent, which, man, be careful, is you can look up the property owner. It's easy to go. Like in St. Lucie County, it's paslc.org. You can look up exactly who owns that piece of property. You can look up a phone number for that person, and you can get in contact with them, right? There's a million ways to do that. You can do that and say, hey, I'm meeting with Sam Thompson, who says he's representing you, and he wants $6,000 for first, last, and deposit. I just want to confirm that that's okay. And then that owner can say, who in the hell is Sam Thompson? I don't know who that is. Don't send that person any money. I'm not even renting my house out. I live in this house. What? Now you know, right? So there's different layers of security you can take, but I'm telling you, as Lissette said, the easiest way to do it is finding an agent. And most agents are either charging you this amount of money, it's really minimal, or they're not charging you anything. They're charging the person who's actually renting out the house. So the reason you wouldn't use an agent, to me, is really, I don't know why you wouldn't, honestly, because an agent's going to be able to take care of all of these for you. So, Lissette, with all that in mind, is there anything else that you would tell these people to do to protect themselves or look out for when they're looking for these different rental opportunities?
Yeah, just be very cautious. This isn't the first time I've heard of this, and it's very upsetting because a lot of these people, you know, the rental market is not easy. The housing market altogether is not an easy market, but rentals are tough. And these are people who are looking for housing. And, you know, it's a shame to see these people fall into scams and lose money, or even just get their hopes up that they actually got a rental. So an agent, number one, research the property and don't send money via Western Union or Cash App or anything like that without having all the proper documentation and actually meeting the person, the representative or the homeowner at the property.
Great point. And guys, I'm telling you, I don't care if you use me or not. DM me. Tell me what you're thinking about doing. If you're a little bit concerned, you can still not use me. I don't care at all. But I want to make sure that if I see red flags as a professional in this field, I'll share those red flags with you, and you can go on and work without an agent, and it's not a problem. But at least give me an opportunity to look at some of those red flags for you. I guarantee Lissette will help you too. We got a slew of wonderful people in this industry locally who will be more than happy to help you with this stuff. But Lissette, great topic today. I know a lot of times you and I are real estate nerds, man. We like to dig in and share a lot of these different things that we're excited about. But sometimes, man, when we're dealing with stuff like this, I mean, that story that you had shared, you know, there's a few more details behind the scenes. That's a pretty sad story. You're not losing $100, $200. It's thousands of dollars. And it's from people that usually have only thousands of dollars. So it just, for lack of a better word, it sucks. So great topic this week. I appreciate you bringing it up. And we'll see you next week.
Awesome. Take care, guys.
All right.